Okay, well, good morning. I survived Pancake Sunday. Um, Hang on a second, I have to make a note to myself. Thomas, do not do this again. Do you understand me? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I don't care what gets in your head. Don't do it, especially sweetbread. It doesn't matter how early in the evening you eat it. You're going to feel like hell while you sleep. Okay, come on back, guys. I don't know how folks do it. It is the most poisonous day I ever had in my life. I feel like I'm hungover, okay? Uh, I've had hangovers before, like years ago. And yeah, slightly nauseous. Not a headache, but it feels full. And I cannot believe how much poop people poop all day. And the smell. Ah, no way. I don't know how you guys do it. You know, when they say, oh, your shit doesn't stink. Well, when I'm eating carnivore, it don't, brother. And I may not go for a day. And it's not constipation. It's just, they ain't nothing. Because when you eat meat, your body uses it all, right? Okay, enough of that. Again, this is my kind of sort of my vlog. But let's tell you what I ate yesterday. So I found a way to make 45-second poached eggs in a microwave. Practicing, I blew one up though. They're not supposed to blow up. All right, so anyway, starting off about 11 o'clock. So I had fasted 20 hours. I had 4 slices of bacon, 2 poached eggs. And then I wound up leaving myself with like a little dinky pancake that I'd made. But instead of the milk, I'd replaced 1/3 cream, well, 1 part cream, 2 parts water to make up the milk. And believe it or not, the youngest of my children, who was rather picky, loved them. Don't need to know. And I wound up reducing the carbs by 12 more. So I don't really remember how many carbs was in that thing. I think I calculated it. Gosh, it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, I wound up making a total of 9 pancakes out of 125 grams of flour. So divided by 9. So I had fewer than 10 carbs in that one little pancake. Since I don't add sugar, there's nothing else. And again, eggs, guys, 0.38 grams. That's a gram is 1/28.3 of an ounce. So essentially, eggs are carb free. I couldn't eat enough eggs. Probably I need to eat about 3 to 4 eggs just to get to 1 gram of carbohydrate. All right, so you get the idea. So after that, it was fine. I wound up making my pizza. And the pizza, 200 grams of it wound up fermenting 4.5 days, my crust. And it was already a sourdough starter. So the lactobacillus get in there and they just kind of eat everything up, including parts of the gluten. I understand the gluten is definitely reduced. I know that because I could spread it out like a paste, and there was no window. All right, so this is just this is how original breads used to actually be, and I know the bacteria and the yeast eat an awful lot of the sugars, starches, sugars, hummina. Okay, the point is they turn it into vinegar and alcohol. Capiche? So it's at least 15 to 20% fewer carbs. So since I used only a 200 gram dough ball, stretched it to 30 centimeters, about 12 inches, that pizza crust was the equivalent of 6 corn tortillas, which I had eaten the week before when we ate birria. And that did nothing. I mean, I didn't even feel that. The thing is, with this pizza, it didn't fill me up. And before I ate the pizza, I ate another hard-boiled egg. Well, no, poached egg. So again, before I ate any of my carbs, I wound up eating a sufficient amount of protein and fat, right? And on the pizza itself, it had 40 pepperonis, that's 80 grams. I probably put 100 to 200 grams of cheese on there, all right? No, not 200, it couldn't have been half pound. Let's say 100 grams, that's about 3 ounces, right? 3 to 4 ounces, 100, 120 grams of cheese. I mean, it was a sufficient amount of cheese. And I made my own tomato sauce. So I I pressure cooked 6 tomatoes, 20 minutes at high, and then obviously the pressure releases sort of quick. And then I get as much water out as I can. I puree that, added it with olive oil, and then just some spices. It was really good. And it comes out like a very Buffalonian tomato paste type pizza sauce. It's not watery at all. And also I added no sugar, and I did add clove. So it kind of tasted like, it was really good. There's nothing to taste like. And I also ground some fennel seeds to give it kind of a sausagey, fennel-y flavor. It's really good. It was really, really good. So that I cooked that down a little bit. So that went on the pizza. Then I had fried some bacon crisp. I had taken half a pound of mushrooms and cooked that down in the bacon lard with some salt, pepper, and at the end I had a little bit of garlic powder and some epazote, which now I can smell. I mean, you smell the epazote, it's like, whoa, it's like a minty. If you smelled it and you get sick or nauseous, it means you have a bad gut. It's quite literal, very literal, because it used to kind of give me a smell, and now I smell it, and it's like, whoa. I mean, it's kind of minty. It's not fresh, but it's a unique flavor, and it's also a very good. What is it? Parasiticide. It will kill parasites at very, very low concentrations. Okay, so that went without a hitch, and I was okay. And then my wife made these plátano machos, and she fried it in seed oils. That's where I made my mistake. I think that's half of my problem. I would have fried them in lard, but I didn't. I just didn't register. Not her fault. I mean, these things are very, very good. Fried plátano macho are absolutely delicious if you ever get a chance to eat them. And hopefully they have been sitting around for 2 to 3 weeks until they're black and the skin becomes moldy, which means the inside is so juicy and delicious. Oh, not juicy, actually. It's just really sugary. If they cook them too early, it'll be a little starchy, a little tough. You still get all the carbs, you just don't get the wonderful flavor. And then on top of those, I put a little peanut butter, a little bit of strawberry marmalade, just a little bit, literally a trace, some chocolate chips, and then a drizzle of high fructose corn syrup. Talk about, why did you just bathe me in vodka or something, Oh my God. I remember coming home from the prom party drunk out of my mind and just dry heaving into the toilet. My mom comes up behind me and goes, "You drank vodka, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "We're Polish, not Russian. Get over it." Since then, I've been able to put down some pretty good, about 200 ml of vodka wouldn't have bothered me. But that was in my fat, poisonous days. And so that was that, and I ate those. I ate 5 of those, and they were probably 3 inches long, maybe an inch wide. So what's that? 15 square inches of that nonsense. And then this was the killer. This is the one that got me. We took a walk, a pretty long walk, about 40-minute walk. It's about 2 miles round trip to the panaderia, boulangerie if you are French. And I got a piedra. Piedra literally means rock, and it's coated with chocolate. And so I ate that whole thing at 7 o'clock. Ugh. So at least I'm fasted now for almost 14 hours, which is kind of nice. I'm feeling better. And by dinner today, I'll feel wonderful because they're going to eat some more poisons, and I'm going to eat some beef rib. I'm going to cook it down in a pressure cooker. I'm going to add a smidgen of guajillo chili with some spices to make it taste like birria from Guadalajara because I adore that flavor. So it's going to be a nice bone broth, and I'm just going to eat meat. So it's just meat, bone broth, and a trace of carbohydrate with the guajillo chili, and that's it. So that was Pancake Sunday, and I probably will not repeat that. I wouldn't mind repeating the pizza every once in a while, like maybe once a month, because I did find even a better pizza crust, all right, that I use with, believe it or not, ground chicken breast, an egg, and what the hell else did it have in it? I can't remember. I wrote it down. Again, slight brain fog this morning. I'm not really as sharp as I normally am. Oh, this is horrible. Look, I live pretty, finish out the crust. So I normally will eat my pizza with that. All right, so here we go. I actually have been in balance for several months. And this dinner today, the standard American diet, was poison to me. It made me feel like crap. So when I watch y'all up there, if you're listening in from America, and I see your road rage videos, most of you get out of that car with that big old pot belly of yours. Oh yeah, you're just loaded on glucose and not feeling good. I get it. I don't think half you people would even hate each other. I did hear Dr. Peterson, I think his name, Peterson from Toronto, Canada, And he was talking about how vitriolic people are today, but how nice we used to be back in the 70s. I mean, we could disagree, but it's like, okay, so you believe that, I believe this. Fine. You tolerate, I tolerate, life's good. Don't marry my daughter. Go back to your neighborhood, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about, right? And today we're poisoned. We are poisoned. And I know this because I feel it. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. And you look back at my videos when I did this ridiculous idea of carb cycling. I feel like I got hit by a truck. Now, you guys eat that way and you're used to it. And then when you really decide to go over the deep end by adding mixed drinks and just especially eating poisons, and you're like, oh, I don't feel good. No, man, you don't just not feel good. You're like, I don't know how you didn't die, all right? Come back to where you think you feel good. And that's still not quite all here in the noggin. And then take my challenge. Go 30 days, beef, butter, eggs, and what was the other thing? See, I'm losing it, man. Híjole. It's beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Just only 30 days. Nothing more. It ain't going to kill you. The way you guys have been eating, trust me, this ain't going to kill you. You're going to go through about a week of sugar withdrawals, but by the end of that 30 days, you are going to feel like I do. And you only eat when you're hungry, and when you're hungry, you eat all that you can till you are stuffed, and then don't eat again till you're hungry. That's my 30-day challenge to you. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Tell me. You feel, oh, no, I did that for 30 days, and that was the worst thing ever. Said no human being ever, unless you're not from here. All right? I'm a little dogmatic about this. I'm sorry, because I know what I know. And if you think you feel good, you sports guys, whey powder and all this kind of healthy stuff, and you think you feel good, bruh, I'm euphoric. And I'll be back in 24 hours. So thank God this whole thing will work out of my system. So that's that. So that's how Pancake Sunday went for me, and I'm not doing it again. So coming up for Lent, of course, I'm not going to be posting videos except on Sunday. Remember, Lent is only Monday through Saturday. But I do have my vlogs. I'd like to daily kind of still go over what I go over. And I'll just string them together in 6-day chunks and throw them out there. For folks who like it, think of it as a podcast, set it up. You don't need to look at my ugly mug. You just got to listen to my words. This is what I do with all these other guys. I just kind of set them up on my counter while I'm cooking. I got 2 hours of podcasts. I mean, for the last 10 months, guys, how many months? Oh, that's 300 days, 2 hours a day. I've been imbibing 600 hours so far of teaching from holistic docs, low-carb, high-fat docs, cardiologists who've adopted this, rhenologists who adopted this, okay? And I've done it myself. So that kind of sort of makes me an expert. Yeah. Tell anyone who's studied 600 hours of anything and has practiced it for almost a year, I guarantee you they're pretty damn good at what they do, right? So anyway, We'll chat with you guys again tomorrow. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.